Hey, it's Shmuel, and I'm a web designer and project manager here at Talmudico. And today I'm going to give you a quick rundown on a project of a website redesign that we did for a client called Deckmaster, which is a deck contractor. They build decks, patios, and other kinds of construction services in the New York area, based out of Staten Island originally. And they're also moving into the Florida area and trying to find new deck construction jobs in the Florida area. So this is what their old website looks like. I'm using this tool, Wayback Machine, which allows you to see what a website used to look like, and you can track it over time actually. So this is what his old website used to look like, and some of the things that it was missing is the homepage. Especially here, you can see this looks a lot more like an essay than it does a web page. The content is not broken down into nice little sections or broken up in any way that makes it easy to read and easy to use. There's also no strong call to action to give him a call, to fill out a form. Doesn't highlight his selling points, such as the fact that he's been in business for now over 40 years. He has 10,000 satisfied customers, great reviews. So you do see the free estimates. Just give us a call and the phone number, but that's very small and not prominent at all. So on the new website, that's something we made a very big focus in order to increase our conversions. Another thing on his old website was the images weren't very prominent. So if I go here to custom decks, for example, you can see the images displayed here are all in very small display of his images. So on the new website, we made it a big priority to really highlight and showcase all of his work. And so now let's go ahead and go to his new website, deckmastercompany.com. As you can see, we have a nice large headline here: serving New York, New Jersey, and Florida for 40 years. Request a free estimate. And the other thing you'll notice is a very large background image of one of his decks. And as you scroll down, you can see we broke up a lot of the main content into nice little sections. So Deckmaster Home Improvement, and then we always aim to please is the motto of Louis Gottman, owner of the 40-year-old Deckmaster Home Improvement. A link to the About Us page, the best quality decks, our services. Here we have a little section to highlight Trex Pro Platinum. Trex is one of the largest decking manufacturers. They manufacture composite decking materials, and they're the largest in the industry. And Deckmaster earned an award from them. They're a Trex Pro Platinum contractor, so that's something we wanted to feature. And actually, we were able to work with Trex as part of our SEO campaign later on to actually have them write an article about Deckmaster Home Improvement and get us a really good backlink. So this is actually Deckmaster being featured on Trex, which is a very, very large website in the decking industry. But anyways, you can also see our philosophy, a nice little video. Fully licensed deck builders, Trex Pro Platinum contractors, award-winning deck contractors, over 10,000 satisfied customers. What we were doing here is really highlighting and showcasing the main selling points for why people should work with Deckmaster. The other thing you'll notice as I'm scrolling down is this area on the top is following us down, which is serving New York, New Jersey, and Florida for 40 years, free estimates, and you have the phone number. And on mobile devices, that's even more prominent. Now, lastly, you have the service areas, which is a big deal for our SEO aspect. Each of these here are different pages. So for example, this would take us to a New York specific page, Expert Deck Builders in New York. As you can see here, a nice image of the New York area. And this is a specific SEO page targeted at New York. And the other thing you'll notice on this page, and we have some testimonials and a form at the bottom as well, but you'll notice on this page on New York, for example, is New York areas we serve. And then you have Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, Staten Island. This is very important for the SEO. So if we go to the Staten Island page, this is a specific page targeted at this keyword right here. Deck Builders, Staten Island. That was our main keyword. And we also added in the expert word because we really want him to stand out, being that he does have that experience and he does have that track record. So this is our page. Once again, we have this kind of section here where we're showcasing the main selling points, top rated. Here's links if people want to click to see more images, a couple testimonials, and then another form at the bottom. So these pages are really, really big in SEO, and I'll show you shortly a little bit more about that. So if I go to Google, and this is also due to some of our other SEO efforts which we did make, but if I go Deck Builders Staten Island, which is his main keyword, so right here at the top of our maps listings, which are these three listings here which get displayed, you'll see Deckmaster Home Improvement. That's us. That's showing up at number 1, 4.6 rating, 68 reviews. If you look at the competitors, only 2 reviews here, and this one also has 2 reviews and obviously a very terrible rating. That's the maps listing, which is really based on your specific city location. So because he is based out of Staten Island, that's why he's showing up here in the maps. Unfortunately, it would be a lot more difficult to target the maps on other areas. So that's why we really focus on these areas here, which is also a super important section, which is the organic rankings. And if you look right here at our number 1 position, Expert Deck Builders in Staten Island, New York, Deckmaster Home Improvement, that's us. So we're currently at the number 1 position for Deck Builders Staten Island. If we go ahead and check out some of the other cities we targeted, like Deck Builders Brooklyn, once again right here at that number 1 position. If we go to Queens, I believe we're close to the top in Queens. Deck Builders Queens, we're right here in the 2nd position. And also we started targeting some Florida cities as well recently, such as Palm Coast. In Deck Builders Palm Coast, you could see we're right here at that number 3 position. That was a lot more recent. And let's just go New Smyrna. We're at the number 1 position for New Smyrna. So what you can see, and I'll open up these pages so you can see what they look like. But you can see that this is a specific landing page dedicated to targeting New Smyrna, very keyword focused, and also very much dedicated at getting people to actually go ahead and submit the forms. So what happened as a result of the new website for Deckmaster? A massive increase in the amount of users to their website from Google specifically, and especially during the busy months for Deckmaster, which is through like March through August, through those summer months is a very big time period for them. They were receiving tons and tons of form submissions, several a day for a few months this year, which is something that did not happen in the past. And in this industry, where a lot of jobs are very large-scale projects, this is extremely profitable for Deckmaster, and we're actually still working with them now in specifically getting into the Florida market more year-round, and also doing some Google ads as well. So I hope you learned something. I hope you're able to see the kind of transformation we were able to do for Deckmaster. And if you're interested in a web project, you'd like to discuss it, definitely go ahead, reach out to us. You can check out our website at talmudico.com, or you can also feel free to email me directly at shmuel, shmuel, @talmudico.com.